What are the best escape shots ever in pool? There are many times when a player looks to be in a really bad position. They're snookered and appear to have no shot at the next ball, yet they come up with some magic to find their way out of trouble, pot the ball, and even sometimes get creative with a combination shot on the 9. This video series is about finding some of the most impressive shots from what appear to be an impossible position. I've picked out 3 shots for today's video where I'll discuss what happened and the impact that this escape shot had on the match. Let's start off then with number 1, Jimmy White at the Mosconi Cup.
The white wedged in between the 9 ball and the cushion. 2 cushions with a lot of side here. He's got to try and contact the purple 4.
Magic! It's a kind of magic!
How about that?
Jimbo!
That'll get the hands
We're
together.
winning like a dervish in a sandstorm! Magic!
At the 1995 Mosconi Cup, snooker legends Jimmy White and Alex Higgins were part of Team Europe and were the fan favourites. In this match, they paired up to play Bobby Hunter and Mike Massey. Matches were best of 3 sets, with each set being best of 5 racks. In this doubles match, White and Higgins stunned Hunter and Massey as they came out firing. While they were both supreme potters, Hunter and Massey would still have been the firm favourites. White and Higgins were enjoying themselves, smoking, drinking, and enjoying the atmosphere. They weren't taking it anywhere near as seriously as the Americans. In the opening rack, Hunter missed the 4 ball and the cue ball ended up right behind the 9. White got into a bit of a verbal spat with a fan after they shouted out, "Go on, Wiggy," and White responded by saying, "Someone wants to get knocked out." Even while he was in the process of taking the shot, he was turning round to the crowd and saying something, and then just casually pulled off this marvellous shot that hit the cushion and came back to pot the 4. This was a sensational shot, although he did have a surprising miss on the 8 ball in this rack, which allowed the Americans to take the rack. However, both Jimmy White and Alex Higgins would go on a tear, making combination shots like this with ease. They were playing like 2 seasoned pool pros, picking out some really inventive shots at times. The Americans were bewildered and ended up losing 2 sets to 1. White's shot might not have won the rack, but it certainly set the tone for the match. Number 2, Efren Reyes.
Back will have the 6 to shoot. Oh no, he didn't. Watch the 8. Watch the 8.
Oh my goodness.
Strickland said, okay, you can have
goodness.
that ball.
Oh boy. I don't like
Watch
this
it,
shot
boys.
because you don't get no movement, like you said. And you might miss this ball.
This shot by Efren Reyes is legendary and is known as the Z shot. It took place in 1995 and this was the final, where it was a race to 13. It was 12-12 against Earl Strickland. Reyes was in but didn't have an ideal shot, so decided to play a really nice safety shot. Unfortunately, the ball he put safe would inadvertently pocket the 8 ball. This meant that it was now Reyes who was in a tough snooker himself. With the ball by the rail, his options seemed very limited. Even his opponent Earl Strickland raised his hands almost to say thank you to the pool gods. Efren needed to find some magic here to even hit the ball and get it safe. The stakes were high because if he did not hit the ball, Strickland would have ball in hand and would almost certainly clear up and win the tournament. So he came off 2 cushions to hit the intended ball and just about rattled it in the pocket. All Strickland could do was to raise Efren's arm up in acknowledgement that he had pulled off one of the most incredible escape shots we've ever seen. And just before we move on to number 3, I'd like to mention that this is a brand new channel that I've set up. I'll be making videos just like this one, analysing some of the best shots and matches, and also doing recreation videos of some of the greatest shots in the history of pool. So if that sounds interesting and you're enjoying this video so far, I'd really appreciate it if you would help me to build up this new channel by subscribing. So please do consider hitting the subscribe button below. Number 3, Earl Strickland.
He's going to have to probably try to create some type of an angle on this shot. And in trying to create an angle off of the 4, he mispocketed the 4.
And Earl has next to nothing to shoot at here. He doesn't like at all what he's been left with.
Look at this shot! Yeah! He did it. Unbelievable.
Earl Strickland was in the final of the World 9-Ball Championship against Nick Varner. Earl was the defending champion and during the match pulled off an absolutely incredible escape shot. Varner had missed the 4-ball after trying to create himself an angle using the 4. However, it did end up safe and Earl was snookered. Getting out of this snooker wasn't incredibly difficult, but it was not guaranteed to end up safe. Earl, though, pulled out this shot where he kicked the 4-ball over to the 9 and it actually hit the 9-ball and went in, which gave Earl the rack. What a fantastic combination shot this was. His celebration here was a very typical Earl Strickland celebration and it put him up 8-4. He would go on to win the match and therefore the tournament, and this shot was key in getting him over the line. And so that brings us to an end of this video. As I mentioned earlier, this is a brand new channel and I'm working on bringing more videos just like this to you. So let me know if you've got any video ideas in the comment section below. I hope you all enjoyed this one and I hope to see you on another video very soon.